what God is getting ready to do, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the second season. All right, second season of Options Nerds podcast. Man, I'm Holly Mays. You can catch us on all our social media handles. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. We're all on the Options Nerd podcast. So please, please, please make sure you go check us out. Listen, so today, man, we're on Money Making Mondays, man. Money Making Mondays. Y'all see how we got the blue and the white. Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma, Alpha Mu Sigma, on to the chapter. But man, listen, man, I'm excited. I really am, man. We're gonna talk about everything, money. We're gonna talk about some ideas. That's really what we're about, man. That's what we're about. This is not your typical show. We'll talk. Listen, we're gonna talk about some things in episodes that can help you lose money. That or can cause you to lose money. We're not just going to talk about how to build wealth. We're going to talk about how to also keep from losing money as well. Because sometimes the problem is not the fact that we can get money. The problem is that we can't keep it. All right. So we're going to go over some things, man. We're going to talk about some strategies, man. Let me pull up my notes real quick, man. Shout out to Thrive marketing with Larry King, man. Also, man, the Discord, man. The Dallas Investment Group. Man, crazy group of people, man, have really changed my life. I'm just going to be honest with you. Shout out to the man Leverage God. Shout out to Mike Larry. Shout out to Wall Street Warriors, William Mathis. Man, this is my guy. This is my brother. Shout out to Appointed Apparel Clothing. Shout out to Ruach International. Cashmere KK, Mama, my wife. So listen, man, I just like to give all my shout outs, man, because these are people that have made it possible for me to be able to sit here and do this. Guys, we're just building our studio. In the back is my scratch sheet of paper, man. So sometimes I'll turn around and I'll scribble something on the scratch sheet of paper that may be a thought or something that someone may have said in the comments. That is valuable information, and boom, I want to put it on my board. I want to keep it with me. So you guys come on in with the comments, man, questions, concerns, and guess what, man, you might make it on the board. All right. But today, guys, I got an awesome show. I really do, man. I got a really awesome show. Let me get to my notes. Okay. Man, it's just an awesome show. Today, guys, we're just going to be talking about, why is investing something that everybody needs to do? And why is it popular now? Why is it popular now? Okay. That's something that we have to address. Why is everything popular now? I know when I was younger, I often tell the story when I was in college, I didn't have not one friend that was talking about investing. And I get it, that was in 1996, 97, 98, something like that, when I was at Prairie View, when I first went to college. And I didn't have not one friend. And that's an HBCU, that's a majority black college. So it went to show that none of us really knew anything about, or other than, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and then that will be the thing that, grows your life. There was no investment talk, no life insurance talk, no annuities talk, no Roth IRA talk, none of that talk. Okay, investing, none of that. And I get it. It wasn't as popular then as it is now, but yet the same, it is popular now. And what I'm excited about, and this is one of the reasons why I love talking about this. I'm excited because most of the people that's getting this are black folks, and I'm not knocking, don't nobody come for me. I'm not knocking no other generation or race of people. What I'm talking about is how my people are finally finding the avenue that so many have used across many cultures to actually push that needle towards getting to financial freedom to generational wealth. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. A couple books that I'm reading that I'm going to introduce to you guys today that I think would be vital. But yeah, let's get into it. So what do I see in the market? Today, guys, I really want to talk to you guys about what I see in the market and why you need to know it as well. So what I see in the market, I still see that there's a downtrend. Okay, and again, you guys can put comments on these if you want, but I still see a downtrend. And not only do I see a downtrend, I see a downtrend for months to come. Now, that doesn't alleviate little pops in the market that we may get. I'm not knocking that. We may get little pops in the market, but don't get to a point to where you're looking at these pops in the market and saying, oh, we done hit bottom, we're about to go up. And if you look at Google, Amazon, Tesla, CrowdStrike, one of my favorites for the last couple of years was CrowdStrike, just a beautiful, beautiful company, but also very, very good when it comes to stocks. And from an option perspective. But a lot of Facebook, a lot of these companies are at all-time lows, or they're approaching all-time lows. For crying out loud, Google and Amazon are at 80-something bucks. So it's definitely reaching a low point. But I don't believe that the economy or the government is ready for the market to actually go up right now. I still believe that that's controlled from the inside. I've always told people that, but we won't get into that. But I think we still have a lot of, the market is still showing bearish. If you go 4 years out, if you go 1 year out, if you go 2 years out, if you're using certain charts like Thinkorswim or something like that, and you go out, what you will see is that we're in a downtrend. And also, if you guys are using the RSI chart, you'll see that the further out you go, the more to the downside we can actually go. All right. So I want you guys to start looking at more than just the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, or even the 1 hour chart, and start looking at the 6 month, start looking at the 1 year, the 5 year, the 10 year, start looking at those. And you'll really start to begin to see, wait, hold on, we could actually go lower. Okay, we could actually go lower. At one point in time, Tesla was $70. At one point in time, Apple was under $100. So it's okay to look for those. Now, watch this. I'm only talking from a buying perspective. If you're talking about buying companies, which is what you're doing when you buy stock, you're buying into a company. You're saying, I want to join in the building process and the financials and the structure of this company, not necessarily the operational side of it, but you're saying, hey, I want to get involved with this company from a management perspective, especially from a financial perspective. So you're buying into that company, you're buying a piece or a share of that company, depending on how many pieces and shares of that company you got, that will determine how much control you have in that company. But if you are buying companies and you are saying, hey, listen, I'm looking for a good company to buy, then great. You're looking at these numbers. You're looking at Amazon. You're looking at Google. These are multi-billion-dollar companies that will go up. Okay, Tesla, they're multi-billion-dollar companies that will go up. These are liquid companies. Apple, these are liquid companies, and these are companies that don't have to have heavy borrowing, because guess what? They still have liquid cash, and if they do borrow, they can pay it off in a matter of months. So understand how these companies are set up. So these are the staples. So real quickly, if you're joining this for the first time and you're still in your beginning stages, listen, right now, these are 5 companies that I really would invest in right now. Even if you bought just 1 share, I would buy 1 share every paycheck. Okay, I would. Okay, and this is why, and before I give you these, I want this goes back, so this is why more African Americans are getting into stocks, because 1, they're getting cheaper. Okay, number 2, we understand profit. We understand, we're learning to understand making money. You may not use the term profit, but you understand, hey, I made some money. Okay, and whether it's $1, whether it's $10, guess what? We understand that income, that concept, and many African Americans are getting more educated on a financial matter. There's so many independent. I wish I had some of my resources, but shout out to William White. There's so many resources that are not only black owned, but anywhere. I'm not going to condemn, who you choose to go to get guidance and things like that. We prefer black owned, but hey, listen, whoever can get the job done at a high level. All right. There's so many outside institutions that you can now go to get financial literacy. I mean, you got Trapper, Wall Street Trapper, you got Chris Sane, you got EYL guys, man. You got so many different people. Rick Ross dropping some cold-blooded knowledge. You got so many areas that are free where you can now get financial knowledge and information, and we're gravitating to it because those people that are giving that information look like us. Okay, and I understand what certain statistics will say. Oh, y'all are killing each other, this, that, and the other. Wait, but hold on, don't miss this statistic. We will listen to people that look like us before we listen to anybody else. Okay, so I'm glad that we are getting that now. Let me get to this. All right, the five stocks I like. Okay, Google. Okay, Google, Amazon. I'm definitely I'm a Tesla guy. I believe in Apple, all right, and I have to say, let me see, Google, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, either CrowdStrike because you just want to expand the portfolio, either CrowdStrike, or I will have to go with something like Facebook. Okay, I'll have to go with something like Facebook. Don't get it twisted, guys. These are liquid companies. These are not companies that are going bankrupt. Okay, all of these companies, CrowdStrike is liquid. It's not going bankrupt, and that's cybersecurity. Okay, so as tension still happens around the world, you're going to need cybersecurity or some type of crypto type of environment or system. You're going to need that. Okay, because we don't want to get hacked, especially the government. CrowdStrike is the leader in that division. All right. It's the leader. Apple, very liquid. Amazon, Google, all of these they're not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, they're gonna stand the test of time. So you want them, if they're gonna stand the test of time and continue to generate more income, guess what? You want to get on that train so you can start generating more income as well. And listen, the name of the game is making money and minimizing your losses. That's the name of the game. Okay, so think about this. Let me just kind of do this for you. I wish I had my whiteboard up here, but let's just say, and I want somebody to follow me on this. Let's just say you take $100 and you say, hey, I'm going to buy a Google stock, or Google share. Okay, and it's $80. It's $80. All right, you go buy a Google share, and you do that every single paycheck. Let me actually go to my calculator. You do that every paycheck, all right? And that's $200 a month, all right? Okay, and let's say it goes up $5, okay? Google will do that, okay? Just being honest. Google and Amazon will do that, all right? But it goes up $5, right? All right, so that's 5 times 12, that's $60. So now you put 200, so you got 2 times 12, which is, I want y'all to do my math, 2,400, okay? It goes up $60, okay, per share, all right? It goes up $60 per share, all right? So think about this. That's $80 plus 5. So now your stock is worth $85 a share, okay, instead of 80, okay? So think about this, 2,400 divided by 80. My bad. All right, so you got 30 shares. You got 30 shares. That's providing your dollar cost averaging. What dollar cost averaging means is the lower it go, you're buying more shares. Okay, so you're always making money as it goes up. If it steady goes up and it just goes up an average of $5 per month for the next 12 months, guess what? You own 30 shares. So now you now do it another year. You got another 30 shares. All right? So you got to understand how the money works. In year 2 or 3, guess what? You tripled your money already. You've already tripled your money. And that's just if you buy one share every paycheck and providing you get paid every 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? You'll have $2,400 for invested. And if you put all that $2,400 into an $85 share of Google or Amazon, then guess what? You got 30 shares, probably more depending on when you got in. So I want you to understand that the bank will not generate this type of growth in your money. All right? Am I telling you to get rid of your bank account? No, I'm not. I mean, because I understand we'll get on that. We'll have people come on that'll talk about the benefits of having a bank and the non-benefit of having a bank. But for the sake of what I'm talking about now, the reason why I like these 5 stocks is because they give me the best chance at making money. All right? They give me the best chance at making money. So I'm okay with making money slow. And that's one of the biggest things that I think everybody, not just, my people, everybody have an issue with is hey, man, how long is it going to take to get there? And I'm going to be honest with you. I heard somebody tell me one time, if you just take a year and make a decision to change your life, then that's exactly what will happen. If that entire year is dedicated to building a better you, fighting some demons, getting past some old past issues, coming to some truths about yourself, and really focusing on the goal, guess what? You'll do that. You'll change. Just take a year and do it. And investing is the same thing. If you just take a year and say, hey, listen, I'm sure I'm going to spend $80 to $100 on something worse than something that's going to help me make money. All right? And that's the idea that we got to get to. We got to get to that idea of, wait, hold on. Is it more beneficial for me to put my money here? Or is it more beneficial to put my money here that's going to continue to take from my money? And we're going to have a video on doing option trading and doing stocks, and we're going to talk about how to read a balance sheet and all that, but and all the financial reports. However, we need to understand the concept of why we would get into the stock game in the first place. And I think this became easy for black folks. I do. I think it came easy. We're an intelligent race of people anyway. I mean, like, forget the education that a college can provide us. We're an educated group of people anyway. So it's in our DNA, to want more and be willing to learn the process to get more. Number 2, to help one another get more. Okay, that's in our DNA, regardless to what society or the world or history has done to us as a culture. There are certain things that were implanted in our DNA that will come out, and it's gonna come out from enough of us that it's going to start to click, and then sooner or later you got dope boys investing in the stock game. Okay, you're gonna have scammers saying, "Man, I'm not scamming no more. I'm gonna take this 50,000 that I made scamming, and I'm gonna get into the stock game." Okay, and I'm not glorifying any of those things. I'm not saying, "Hey, be a scammer" or none of that. I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm talking about you got people that's working at Walmart that are saying, "Hey, listen, I'm finna learn about this stock game." You got cats that's working, that's in college, that's getting allowances from their mama saying, "Hey, wait, hold on. I'm going to get into this cryptocurrency or this NFT game," or whatever the case may be. They're saying it because they come to an understanding, wait, hold on. There's too many resources that we can use to actually get ahead and build this bread. I ain't really got to be a rapper. I don't. Being 100 with you, I don't have to be a rapper. And I don't have to be an athlete. I'm not the fastest guy. But what I can do is learn, the difference between certain type of charts, the MACD, the VWAP, the RSI, understand what a stop loss is. Understand what the stop limit is. These are just a matter of picking up something or Googling something and saying, what is this? And then show me an example of how to use this. And then guess what? Boom, we only clicking. So that's why this is becoming popular with us. You got people that have made it simple to do this. Like, yo, wait, hold on. You mean to tell me if I'm patient, and listen, you can write these characteristics down. Write these down. If I'm patient, if I'm goal oriented, if I'm decisive, if I'm alert and aware, okay. If I trust the system and I'm well learned in this, then guess what? You can be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I hang with a lot of millionaires, and I talk to a lot of millionaires, and I'm a future millionaire. But here's the deal, I tell people, because I'm looking at my Twitter right now, and someone's saying, "Well, hold on, you act like you guys have always went up all the time." No, I'm not trying to say that. Okay, I'm not. Technically, to be honest with you, you're gonna lose some money. You're going to lose some money. But Steve Harvey said he had a discussion about failing. He said when he was interviewing with EYL, those guys over there with them, he told them, he said, listen, you got to be willing to fail. You have to be okay with failing. You got to be okay with putting tea in somewhere, trusting your process, trusting what you said, but then it don't go your way. Because that's what the stock market will do. You got to be willing to, I would never tell nobody to put your rent money or your car note money or none of that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I have. Again, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you I have. And I'm telling you, I've been at the mercy of the money I put in. You see what I'm saying? I've been at the mercy of that. And because I've been at the mercy of that, then guess what? Because I've been at the mercy of it, I know that it's been, that's not a good place to be. You understand what I'm saying? So I tell people, if you don't have to, don't put your rent money in that. If you don't have to, but understand right off at the beginning that, what your game plan is going to be. Understand right off at the beginning, this is how much I'm going to put in, whether that's $50 or $100 or whatever, because I don't want you to be like me. That's one of the reasons why I started my podcast is I wanted to be able to talk freely about the game instead of, some of this stuff that when people see it, they're like, oh man, they start off like, no, I don't. You lose money. Trapper done lost money. Sane done lost money. EYL guys and they financial advisors, they done lost money, especially if they are dealing with the stock game. Matter of fact, if they still got money in the stock market, there are some investments that they got that are in the red. That's just what's going to happen. But the name of the game is minimize losses, maximize profits. That's the main thing. But you're going to have to be able to learn the structure and the system. And that's what I think we have done well as a culture. I think we have maximized our ability to utilize the resources that we have to increase our wealth. Now, let me say this, okay? Let me say this. Just because you make more money don't mean you do the right thing with it. It does not mean that's what's going to happen. A lot of people have made a significant amount of money, but guess what? You don't do the right thing with it. I'm guilty of that. So when we're talking about why is this beneficial and why is this so has become so popular amongst African Americans? Well, because it's quick money, but the reason why a lot of African Americans are not multimillionaires in this thing is because of how we spend money, which is where we go to talk about the economics of it all, which is what EYL and what Trapper do. They talk about the economics of it all. You see what I'm saying? And they teach diversification. And the reason why you teach diversification is because you want to spread out where your money is so that even when something is doing bad, you got something that's doing so good that it kind of overshadows what's going bad until it catches back up. So that's where, and we'll get into that in later episodes about diversification and about how important it is to be able to, get into real estate, get into car sales, get into, hey, if you got a job, that's cool. Get into option trading, long-term stocks, get into IRAs, getting into trusts, get into life insurance policies, get into entrepreneur businesses and flipping houses, whatever the case may be. That's why you have to diversify your portfolio. Okay, and when you diversify your portfolio, you kind of get on that scale, and as long as one is really doing better than the other, I think we'll be good. So that's where I think we are now. I don't believe we understand the coming together part of it yet. We're getting there. There are some people, there are some organizations that have said, hey, wait, hold on, let's partner up and let's get something bigger. And then that way we can kind of split that up, and then now you can go do X, Y, and Z. There are some people that's doing that, but it hasn't become widespread. When we get to that point, that's when we take over. And I don't mean take over like a hostile takeover, like there's going to be some type of civil war or nothing like that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is now African Americans are no longer looked at as being athletes or rappers or entertainers. They're now businessmen and businesswomen that are building futures for their children. And now that's not just a white thing. That's not a white thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because right now that seems like that's a white thing, or an Asian thing, or it's a cultural thing other than African American. You understand what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I already know people know we can do it. Like, oh no, it's some rich black people that do stocks. I know it, but it's not common. That's not what we're known for. When we become known for stuff that other cultures are known for, that's when we grow as a culture. And I never talked about independence, but I'm telling you, financial wealth and generational wealth is what keep a race, or that's what kept white America where it is for so long. Is the understanding and idea that they are financially superior and more educated. For real. So this is why I love what's going on. This is why I'm so excited about what's going on when it comes to stocks and investments. And that's what Money Making Mondays is all about. So guys, before we get out of here, man, listen, I'm going to give you guys some things, some thoughts that I'm looking at for tomorrow or the rest of the week. I'm pulling up my stuff, my charts right now. Man. So let me pull up my charts. All right. So as of right now, we're looking at SPY. The SPY is at 385, which is crazy because I'm in the 378 put for SPY tomorrow. That ends tomorrow. But we're talking about as of today, and we saw it go up. However, I believe we're going to get a downpour like we always do on a Tuesday. Remind you guys, 385 is going to be our high, okay? So I look for this to kind of be back down to 382 sometime tomorrow or in the morning. I think it's going to retest. I'm already at a major resistance above 385. Matter of fact, 385.35. I'm above that major resistance right there. So I believe that that's not a support. I believe that it's going to come back down to maybe 382. What is that? 382.35. And I think you're going to hover right in between there, okay? If it breaks through 382 tomorrow, I think that's where you're going to see it go to 380, then 378. But if it goes above 385, like where it is right now, I think you're going to start seeing 387, 390, things like that when you're talking about the SPY. Companies, listen, Google, Amazon, go ahead and get you a few shares of those. All right, go ahead and get you a few shares of those. We'll talk about penny stocks. I know I had a lot of people talk to me, ask me about penny stocks. I'm not a penny stock person. I really deal with a lot of option trading, but I'm definitely not a penny stock person. And no, please don't come to me and be like, well, such and such a penny stock, it blew up. I get it. I'm just not interested in them. If I stumble across one or see one, I may have some guests that are into them. They can talk to you about those. That's just not my lane. Option trading is my lane, and investing is my lane. And right now, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Tesla, Apple, CrowdStrike, to me, those are some major plays. If I'm looking at oil, I'm definitely looking at Chevron and Exxon. Okay, that's where I'm looking. I'm not messing with crypto. I'm not even getting into that. Okay, I'm not doing no NFTs. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna keep it very simple, very to the point, and I'm gonna scale it in a little bit. And I'm just gonna start at a good even foundation. Guys, listen to me. Do not try to dip into other stuff that you don't know nothing about. Keep it simple, especially if you are a beginner. If you're a beginner, keep it simple. All right, keep it simple. Go get Apple. That's easy. Go get Google. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Option trades. I will be doing an option trading class probably in the next couple weeks or so. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, man. But listen, I just want to come on, man. This is our pilot show, first show, Money Making Mondays. Y'all let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments, what would you like to hear? What topics would you like to talk about? If you have any questions or concerns, please, man, hit us up. Remind you, man, we're also on Instagram at Option Nerds Podcast. We're also on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. And we're on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube, man, and hit that subscribe button, okay? I'm telling you. Go look at some of the other videos we got from last season. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy, man. But we're going to bring you guys a lot more. And listen, I'm not telling you that my way is the highway. This is just for informational purposes only, educational purposes only. Do with the information what you will. But I will be bringing you guys plays. I will be bringing you guys what I think is going to be good or bad for the rest of the week. I will be doing all, and I'll be posting throughout the day as well, man. But for Money Making Mondays, man, we just gonna talk about what this week is gonna look like. Again, guys, if you're looking, it's going to the downside. I don't care how high up it goes. You can bet your bottom dollar that we're still in a major bearish market. So I think tomorrow, with it being Tuesday, you will get a drop off. I think it will stay that way till about Thursday. Thursday, you will get and this is for option traders. But if you are just getting shares, please go ahead. To Tuesday, tomorrow will be, I believe, will be the day for you to really say, hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and load up on Google and Amazon when it's getting down below under 80, especially if it dips to that $70 range. Let me go to Google since I got everybody on here. Let me just go to Google and make sure I'm not crazy. All right, cool. Yeah, so Google is at $89 right now, so it's even dipped a little bit over, throughout the day. Then you got Amazon. Let's go take a look at Amazon. Guys, I'm telling you guys, these are great. You got Amazon, which is at 85. Okay. All of those are going down. These are big tech. Okay. These big tech. All right. So all of them going down. Tesla. Let's go look at Tesla. Tesla's at 122.19. It's going down. Okay. Even though the SPY, we don't trade the SPY. We don't buy the SPY to own the SPY. So that's not something that I would hold in my portfolio. But some of these that I would hold, like Apple. Let's go look at Apple. Apple is sitting at 130.31.66. Not terribly down, but it just I just got a real big candle on the 5-minute. So it looks like it's in a downtrend. I'm waiting on it to see if it's going to get below about 131.64. I do see a little bit of support at 131, probably about 131, what is that, 54. So I do see a little bit of resistance. However, it got a little bit of gap to fill coming to the upside. Just depends on how this, but this is on the 5-minute. This is just on the 5-minute. When I go to the 1-minute and we're talking about Apple, I still see a little bit of a gap to fill to the downside. So guys, listen, all right? Those are the top ones I would be looking at putting my money into, all right? For option traders, always right now, I would only stay with the SPY. This whole week, I would stay with the SPY. Okay, if you guys are not a part of Dallas Investment Group, man, hey, go to it, find it, see if they'll, do the application and see if you can get in that group, man, because, man, there's some heavy hitters in that group. And I know everybody else got their Discord, but let me tell you something, some guys and some gals in that group, man, we not missing, man. I'm telling you, we not missing. So y'all make sure y'all check out Dallas Investment Group. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook page, Option Nerds Podcast, Instagram, and also our TikTok page as well. But more than anything, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to that YouTube channel, Option Nerds Podcast, man. We're going to bring you guys so much stuff. But yeah, that's it for this week, man. I pick up with you guys next week, man. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Again, man, shout out to Option Nerds Podcast, a part of the Pearl Clothing. Shout out to Thrive. Shout out to Wall Street Warriors. Man, shout out to everybody doing it in Dallas, man. Man, let's make more money, okay? So listen, guys, on behalf of the whole crew at Option Nerds Podcast, we want to thank you. We love you. Remember to uplift Christ wherever you go. And remember, man, make the rest of your day the best of your day. We love you guys. We out of here, guys.